They're making their way to the city when, holy shit, it's Gary Oak having a Pokemon battle with a tall 5-year-old from London.
I don't like your attitude! Alakazam, Zap
Shouldn't that urchin be sweeping a chimney? Ash challenges him to a Pokemon match, but Gary brushes him off. Ash gets out his Pokemon, but they just wander off, fall asleep, dance around and nuzzle him, giving Ash a taste of what it will be like when he retires from Pokemon battling and inevitably ends up working in a nursing home. Funniest of all, Gary just leaves without saying a word. It's the first time I've seen anyone do that. He doesn't even insult Ash like he used to, he just trots off.
I'm Gary O! I'm Gary O! Take a good hard look, cause it's Gary fucking O!
Later that day, Team Rocket are back to their usual spine with those unnecessarily technical binoculars. Meowth is occupied with enjoying the sunset though, which makes sense because he's a sensitive soul. Just look at his Season 1 origin story and this closing song he got in the Japanese dub. They go to investigate the city's nearby power plant after its electricity goes out, and surprise surprise, it's Team Rocket's doing. They've taken the city's electricity for themselves so they can go rumble roll with their big blue Wobbuffet mech. This is no Zaku, boy, no Zaku. At this point, it's redundant to question how Team Rocket even gets those fancy toys, but I'll give them credit for addressing the logistics of a giant mechanical Wobbuffet, so baby steps. Ash's Chikorita Vine Whips Mobile Suit Wobbuffet and David Carradines it to oblivion. Gary and his Umbreon join our heroes in getting the power back, and Gary leaves with kind words to Ash. I don't have a joke for this, it's an endearing scene. The writing in the Pokemon anime isn't great a lot of the time, but it has its moments. They get thanked by Nurse Joy the next day, and Brocktoberfest can't be stopped. I haven't seen any of the current series of Pokemon, but are there any episodes where Brock sends Nurse Joy unsolicited messages with his WhatsApp number? They befriend a Ledion trainer named Benji, whose Pokemon nearly gets captured by Team Rocket, who demonstrate how the machine works by blowing the Ledion back to its trainer, but in return they suck in Ash's Pikachu and Misty's Togepi, which is a shrewd trade. Ledibur and Ledion are the weakest Pokemon from Generation 2. Though, if any of you have played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you might know that Ledion is the best Pokemon for some events in the Pokeathlon, so that was a misjudgment on my behalf. You go get that Dragon Scale somehow. For once, Team Rocket has made a clean getaway and oh, never mind.
Why is it always the same? Why do we always fail? Why?
Why ask me? I don't know anything.
This is the conversation my last two brain cells have after I post a video that flops. Along with Pikachu and Togepi, Team Rocket find themselves stranded on a rock bouncing on a steep mountain horn straight out of a Roadrunner cartoon. When Jessie and Meowth see James eating a chocolate bar he was concealing, they tear each other apart. But gravity gets in the way before they can go don a party on each other. Before they get turned into mountainside scrambled idiots, Togepi does something for once and teleports them to safety. This made me realize that for a Pokemon with so much screen time, Togepi doesn't do much. I get Togepi's use in the earlier seasons for hyping up Generation 2 before it came out and familiarizing viewers with the idea of Pokemon eggs, but now that the cat's out of the bag, Togepi is mostly deadweight. Nobody thinks about this cracked white chocolate Easter egg when they think about Pokemon. Even Zubat is more iconic than this spherical Lisa Simpson baby. They show up to save Pikachu, Togepi, and Team Rocket, and as soon as they do, Team Rocket try to capture Pikachu and Togepi with a piece of cloth on a stick like they're hobos from the 1890s. Are you sure this Pikachu is worth taking? When Benji's dad, Tom Selleck, shows up, they combine their Ledion so Pikachu can break free and thundershock them once more. They stumble upon a town of Wobbuffet enthusiasts, but after further inspection it comes off as more a cult. They seem friendly though, so it'll be safe as long as they don't see a giant Wobbuffet made out of wicker. Oh, there it is.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
The villagers start finding their Wobbuffets in a post-assault state. The Cobbets are a gang of dickheads who trashed the town for kicks a year ago before getting their shit pushed in. Officer Jenny shows up to stop a fight from happening, so since they can't fight, the punks order their Pokemon to destroy the Wickerfett. And instead of arresting them for deliberate property damage, the only woman of the law there stands there doing nothing. I get that Pokemon battles aren't allowed here, but even the law enforcement can't do anything by themselves. Doesn't that essentially mean all crime is legal in this town during the festival? If this wasn't a high-trust hamlet and more of the outside world knew about it, the Wobbuffet festival would look like this.
Tulip, come!
Since one of the townsfolk gave them food and inadvertently saved their hides when they almost got caught trying to steal more food, Team Rocket feel obligated to come to the aid of these overly trusting pacifists. This would make more sense if they didn't decide to do this while they were getting away with the food they had stolen. After knocking them flying, Team Rocket steal the food anyway, saying that the hero stuff was just an act. Pick a motivation. They run after them, but what's Officer Jenny gonna do if they catch up to Team Rocket? Stare at them? Oh wait, now they're outside the village.
Why don't you stick around for the fireworks tonight?
We're
going to have dancing and a Wobbuffet course and plenty of food. Why don't you stay?
Thanks. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Ash, no! I like this closing shot. Wobbuffet might be a one-note recurring joke, but for just 1 minute, he was a hero. They go to a Pokémon Center and Brockbuster's obsession with Nurse Joy is so creepily potent that he can immediately sniff out that this is an imposter. And that this is really Duplica, the Ditto trainer they met in Season 1. Her name is Duplica and she trains the kind of Pokemon who can duplicate other Pokemon. I bet she really wanted to be a Voltorb trainer, but her name made her feel obligated to go with Ditto instead, and that decision tears her soul apart. This time when Meowth tries to steal a Pokemon, he does it with a bag on his head that looks like a failed autoerotic asphyxiation attempt. When they track down Team Rocket, it takes them a total of 60 seconds to figure out it's them when they're barely disguised. I get why Ash, Misty, Brock, and Duplica back away when they see Meowth, but why everyone else? They don't know who those three are. And even if they did, you know? This is the second episode in a row where they explain in depth how Wobbuffet works so the kiddies watching can figure out how to use this enigmatic Pokemon when they play the games.